In the early 20th century, archaeological excavations in Egypt captivated the world's attention. Egyptology was at its peak, and everyone was searching for the undiscovered secrets of ancient civilizations. Howard Carter, a British archaeologist, had been fascinated by ancient Egypt since childhood and dedicated his life to finding lost tombs and pharaohs' treasures. However, his greatest goal, to find the tomb of the young pharaoh Tutankhamun, remained elusive for many years. In 1907, Carter met Lord Carnarvon, a British aristocrat and collector of antiquities who decided to finance his expeditions. After many years of unsuccessful digs, Carter was on the brink of despair. But in November 1922, everything changed. Carter's workers discovered stone steps leading to a sealed entrance, which had remained virtually untouched since ancient times. When Carter and Lord Carnarvon first peered into the tomb, they saw something beyond words. The chamber was filled with countless treasures, gold statues, precious jewelry, richly decorated sarcophagi, and other artifacts. At the center of all this splendor was the famous golden mask of Tutankhamun, which instantly became a symbol of ancient Egyptian culture. However, soon after this joyous discovery, the situation began to darken. Several members of the team who were present at the opening started complaining of illness and, after a while, passed away. These events gave rise to the legend of the Pharaoh's curse, which claimed that any disturbance of the pharaoh's rest would bring misfortune. After the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb, the events that followed took a chilling turn, leaving the world both shocked and intrigued. One of the first and most unsettling incidents was the sudden and tragic death of Lord Carnarvon, the expedition's key financial backer. Just months after the tomb was opened, Carnarvon's health began to deteriorate rapidly. It all started with what seemed like a simple mosquito bite. But what happened next was nothing short of terrifying. The bite became infected, leading to a severe and ultimately fatal case of sepsis. But it wasn't just the medical details that fueled the growing legend. At the very moment Carnarvon drew his last breath in Cairo, something eerie occurred thousands of miles away in his English home. The lights mysteriously flickered and then went out. Was this a mere coincidence? Or was it something far more sinister? A sign that the ancient curse had claimed its first victim. And Carnarvon wasn't alone in his fate. One by one, other members of the expedition began to fall ill under strange and unexplained circumstances. Arthur Mace, a dedicated and experienced member of Carter's team, succumbed to a mysterious illness that left doctors baffled. George J. Gould, a wealthy American who visited the tomb, died shortly after from a raging fever that no one could explain. These deaths, so sudden and so closely linked to the tomb's discovery, sent waves of fear and speculation around the world. Newspapers were quick to pick up the story, splashing sensational headlines about the pharaoh's curse across their front pages. The public was captivated and terrified. Could it be true? Could an ancient curse, buried for thousands of years, really reach out from beyond the grave to punish those who disturbed the pharaoh's eternal rest? As more members of the expedition met untimely ends, the legend of the curse grew stronger, feeding on the fears of a public eager for the supernatural. Some even whispered that ominous inscriptions, ancient warnings etched into the very walls of the tomb, foretold the doom of anyone who dared to enter. These stories only deepened the sense of dread and wonder surrounding the discovery. Yet amidst all this terror, a few facts stood in stark contrast. Not everyone involved in the expedition met a grim fate. Some, like Howard Carter himself, lived on for many years after the tomb's discovery, casting doubt on the existence of the curse. But the fear remained, because once the seed of a curse is planted in the human mind, it can be almost impossible to uproot. While the myth of the Pharaoh's curse continues to captivate imaginations, science offers its own explanations for the mysterious deaths linked to the opening of Tutankhamun's tomb. So, what could have really caused these tragedies? Let's dive into the fascinating world of scientific research. One of the most discussed hypotheses is that the tomb may have been contaminated with dangerous microorganisms. Imagine this: a sealed environment, isolated from the outside world for thousands of years, creating the perfect breeding ground for mold and bacteria. Studies have shown that inside the tomb, microorganisms like Aspergillus niger mold were present. This mold, while not the deadliest, can cause serious health issues in people with weakened immune systems. In the tomb's conditions, where there was no fresh air and high humidity, the mold could thrive and pose a threat to health. Just picture it: scientists delving into ancient darkness, facing an invisible danger that could have been avoided. But mold wasn't the only possible culprit. Scientists also discovered other pathogens, such as bacteria, that could cause disease. For instance, Bacillus anthracis, the bacterium causing anthrax, might have been active in the organic remains found in the tomb. This adds another layer of dread to the mystery. Beneath every ancient layer of dust could lie a hidden threat. However, here's the catch: not all victims showed symptoms of infections related to microorganisms from the tomb. This leads scientists to consider other factors, such as stress and psychological pressure. Imagine high-stakes excavations, immense pressure, and fear of a curse. These emotions could have severely impacted the archaeologist's health. Stress can weaken the immune system, and this might have acted as a catalyst for diseases. Archaeologists could have faced not just physical, but also psychological challenges, making them more vulnerable. Fortunately, modern technology helps us avoid many of these risks. Today's archaeological methods and technologies, such as drones and advanced cleaning systems, make excavations safer and minimize potential threats. So, what can we take away from this? Science not only debunks myths, but also helps us understand the real dangers faced by archaeologists in their quest for ancient secrets. In this process, they encounter not only physical challenges, but also emotional strains that can be just as perilous. When exploring the reasons behind the tragedies linked to opening Tutankhamun's tomb, we can't ignore the crucial role of psychological factors. Experts believe that stress and emotional strain may have been key contributors to the health issues faced by those involved in the expedition. Let's dive into this aspect in more detail. Conducting an excavation of this magnitude is not just physically demanding, it's an enormous emotional burden. Imagine archaeologists working under extreme conditions, confronting the unknown, and dealing with immense pressure. They were constantly under public and scientific scrutiny, and the fear of a supposed curse only added to their stress. This stress can manifest in various ways: constant anxiety, fear, and even symptoms of psychosomatic disorders. Reports from the time reveal that researchers experienced insomnia, heightened irritability, and even depression, which ultimately affected their overall health. Physiologically, stress can weaken the immune system, making the body more vulnerable to infections and diseases. Elevated levels of stress hormones like cortisol can have detrimental effects on various bodily systems. This might explain why some members of the expedition, beyond physical threats, suffered severe health problems. Additionally, the constant pressure and fear of failure can lead to psychosomatic disorders. When people are convinced their health is at risk due to a curse, it can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, worsening existing issues. It's also important to consider the stress faced not only by the expedition members, but also their families. The anxiety and worry experienced by the families of archaeologists could have influenced the overall atmosphere and health of the entire team. Today, modern research focuses on managing stress and maintaining mental health in such high-pressure situations. Techniques like art therapy, meditation, and regular consultations with psychologists are becoming essential to prevent the negative effects of stress. So, what's the takeaway? Psychological stress, driven by emotional strain and the fear of a curse, likely played a significant role in the health issues faced by the expedition members. This highlights the need for a holistic approach to research that considers both physical and mental well-being. When we delve into the myth of the Pharaoh's curse, it's crucial to understand that modern research and technology offer new, well-founded explanations. Let's explore how contemporary scientific methods are helping to debunk myths and uncover the truth about the events surrounding the discovery of the tomb. Modern research does not support the idea of a pharaoh's curse. When archaeologists opened Tutankhamun's tomb, the mysterious deaths among the team members did indeed give rise to the myth of a curse. However, over time, scientists began applying modern analytical methods to understand what really happened. One of the key advancements was the use of new technologies to study the condition of the tomb. With modern equipment like drones, laser scanners, and microbial analysis systems, scientists were able to conduct a detailed assessment of the tomb's environment and identify potential hazards. Studies have shown that many of the expedition members associated with the curse actually lived long lives. For example, Howard Carter, the lead archaeologist, died of natural causes at the age of 64. This highlights that popular myths are often based on exaggerations and incomplete information. Additionally, modern researchers are examining how ancient misconceptions and myths can influence our understanding of historical events. The popularity of stories about curses and mystical phenomena often leads to distortion of facts and creation of sensational narratives. Science also demonstrates how public perception can shape our views of the past. While the curse myth continues to captivate the imagination, facts and evidence often point to more mundane explanations, such as natural diseases and social factors. Modern archaeological methods and technologies help us better understand the reality of the events surrounding the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb. These advancements allow us to debunk myths and gain a more accurate picture of what happened in the past. So, while the myth of the Pharaoh's curse continues to capture attention, scientific research provides more grounded explanations and helps us separate fact from fiction. A scientific approach opens new horizons in understanding ancient mysteries and dispelling myths that once seemed like undeniable truths. As we wrap up our exploration of the legendary curse of Tutankhamun, it's clear that the allure of ancient mysteries continues to fascinate us. The story of the Pharaoh's curse, with its blend of intrigue and superstition, captivates our imaginations and keeps us on the edge of our seats. But what is the truth behind these chilling tales? The scientific evidence points to more rational explanations. While the myth of the curse has endured through the decades, modern research reveals a more grounded reality. The so-called curse is likely a product of sensationalism and fear rather than a supernatural force. Instead, we find explanations rooted in natural phenomena, stress, and historical context. Imagine the fascination that drives us to uncover secrets buried for millennia. It's a testament to human curiosity and our desire to understand the unknown. Yet, as we unravel these ancient enigmas, we also learn the importance of separating myth from fact. The real story of Tutankhamun's tomb is one of human perseverance and scientific discovery. It's about the dedication of archaeologists who ventured into the dark depths of history, not to encounter curses, but to reveal the wonders of an ancient civilization. Their work sheds light on our past and enriches our understanding of history. So, as we ponder the legends of ancient Egypt, let us remember that while myths can enchant us, it is science that helps us uncover the truth. The tale of Tutankhamun's tomb reminds us that the pursuit of knowledge is a journey through both the known and the unknown, guided by curiosity and reason. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of one of history's most enduring mysteries. If you enjoyed this dive into the past, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe in ancient curses, or do you lean towards scientific explanations? We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep seeking the truth.